So,
Well, let's give these folks a show. I'll let it roll like that, and we'll go hi. Good evening. If anybody's watching, I don't see anybody in chat, so.
I
Oh, JT's in
you
chat.
gotta watch out for him. He's been playing with sharp implements today.
Oh, unsupervised, I imagine.
Of course. But I think I fixed the deal with the wooden shoes dancing at night.
Okay.
I killed the mushroom.
Kill the mushrooms. That makes sense. Perfect sense. Yeah, anybody's listening, happy birthday to Paris. Today's Paris' birthday.
Happy birthday, Paris.
He's, I don't know how many years old, but he's that many years old, so.
Have to check his last warrant. Uh,
So, how about that Burning Man? They had a body found, huh?
yeah, what was that?
Homicide. All they said was homicide. They didn't elaborate. The one I heard, anyway.
Yeah, all I heard was they found him in a pool of blood.
Yeah, yeah, found him in a pool of blood. That was it. They didn't say shot, stabbed, strangled, or what. Hey, Cheryl.
Evening, Cheryl.
Yeah, they didn't. Yeah, they didn't specify, but. And then they had one woman supposedly gave birth, didn't know she was pregnant.
Wow,
My
it's a
cousin
miracle.
did that. She swore to God she didn't know she was pregnant when she had her kid. Because my cousin wasn't. Oh no, to say she wasn't the sharpest tool in the shed would be a great exaggeration. Because she, some people don't have a clue. Well, she doesn't suspect anything. I mean, come on.
Mm.
She was just, but yeah, apparently she gave birth, didn't know she was pregnant. And if you met the father, it is possible. Yeah. Oh, there was no medical diagnosis, but Down syndrome came to mind.
Yeah, that's what it is. Let's see. Boy, Robert Kennedy was standing up to him today, wasn't he?
Oh, yes, he was.
I like the facts. He kept pulling them out on him. Oh, no, no, no.
Boy, and DeSantis, he's pissed him off. No more vax
Oh,
requirement for school systems. All
yeah,
vax, not just. But I see the angle there. I can't just say your vax. All vax. Nothing's required. Take your chances.
yeah. That's the way life used to be.
But if I had my vaccination, why does it matter to me and you didn't? You're the one that's going to get sick, not me.
Wait, now you're starting to sound like somebody that's not really nosy and got to be off up into people's shit.
Oh, sorry, I forgot.
Yeah, what has the last 30 years taught us?
I was goofing off during that class.
Don't piss off the Clintons.
Yeah, don't piss off the Clintons. If your neighbor pisses you off, just write the Clintons a letter. My neighbor has shit on you. Yeah, so now. And they're all
Uh,
oh, ain't they pissed that Trump shut that fucking boat up?
I don't know what to tell them.
I
Sorry
don't
about
know
your luck.
why. Explain to me why you're pissed.
Yeah, because it was President Trump. It's not that they're pissed.
That's
They're
true.
just
That's true. I mean, but to be that blatantly stupid in the face of the public, just to be that petty. No, he did a good thing. He let the narco terrorists know, hey, look, we ain't fucking around. Everybody
yeah,
else just barked and puffed and huffed and beat their chest. Trump pulled the trigger.
No, they didn't say nothing when Obama did that and killed that American over in Yemen.
Well, that's it. I mean, every president's had their hit list, but Trump's just made it official. They are now targets of opportunity. They are enemies of the states. And I think it's fun to watch them boats go boom. It does my heart. Them and the Somali pirates there when they blow them asses up.
As long as they reminded them to say hey to Davy for me, it's cool.
Yeah. But come on, man, that's the life you chose. You're gonna be a drug runner. You're gonna be a pirate. You know, somewhere there's a drone. Somewhere there's a helicopter. Somewhere something's gonna make me go in to infinity and beyond. You know.
Yeah, well, after he went ahead and labeled them a terrorist organization, that pretty much sealed their fate right there. I don't know what to tell him because in this hemisphere, he's got every right to do whatever. It's a threat to our nation.
Exactly.
You know, the death toll from the drugs.
But it's a big direct impact on Maduro, so
Yep.
that's even
I
better.
wonder if that was. I wonder if that was the leader of his 1,500 militia.
I guess China calmly said, "Watch out what you're doing." Not so much a threat, not so much, just a friendly reminder. Be careful what you're doing.
Yeah, because you got to remember, China got a hold of those communist countries years ago.
Yeah.
Shit, back about the time Fidel died, they went going belly up.
But now,
But on a good,
oh, go ahead, go ahead.
no, no, go finish what you were saying. I was just going
I
to
was
change
just
the
gonna
subject.
ramble on and just start talking militant and say, why don't we just fucking invade? They got more oil than Carter has liver pills.
Yeah, but
And
it's shit oil.
but who cares? We can pawn that off to the world.
Shit, China's been using it.
All right, we'll
That
still sell to China. Hey, Brett.
evening, Brett. Now, the appeals court told them that they can go ahead and get back to doing alligator Alcatraz.
Yeah, now Louisiana's putting one up too. Louisiana lockup.
Was it Louisiana?
Yeah, Louisiana lockup.
Yeah, they were breaking Angola.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Good. We need more.
yeah. But then you got those that are completely fucking scared. After all this shit gets set up and they get all the illegals taken care of, they're going to go after those that haven't had the vax.
Okay, bring it on. I'm a pureblood. I bring it. Come on.
Yep, right.
Damn, I can't believe that is in somebody of influence's brain. You know what I'm saying? Let's make people take this, whether they want it or not. But then we'll tell them they can't say anything about abortion.
Yeah, but you got to remember these people have done this, have been working on this for years and years and years. They finally got enough of the shit stashed to say, look, we've got a miracle cure for the latest and greatest new disease, which is
Yeah.
really an old disease we've had in the freezer for a little while. And then
No.
they let them cross the line into making money.
Every so many
Nothing like
years.
curing a disease that you produce.
Every few years they get together, they have an office party, they spin the wheel. Okay, that one gets out.
Yep. Beat the Reaper.
Hey, Eric.
Evening, Eric. Haven't seen any new ones on the people being told they can't get that soda pop and potato chips on their EBTs.
No, that's pretty much calmed down. I think they know they've lost that battle.
Yeah. But look how many videos you'll watch of people going nuts in Burger King, KFC,
Oh,
Walmart.
oh, we watch those videos all day. I mean, and for the reasons. I mean, one guy sent himself to jail for murder over cold French fries.
Yep.
He called the cops because McDonald's served him cold French fries and wouldn't replace them. But he was a suspect in a murder case. Wow,
Well,
talking about not thinking something through.
well, never don't never let it be said that there was a jail full of geniuses.
Well, that's true.
Because you don't go to jail for being that bright.
And they're putting the sheriff burger back on the fucking chopping block. I don't know. Some jails call it neutral loaf. Some call it warden burger. Some call it sheriff's burger.
Yeah,
But it's completely nutritional. It's not punishment food as far as punishment food. It's punishment because that's all you get 3 meals a day.
right. Sounds like Sheriff Joe.
Yeah, but that's only in the seg. But they're bitching about it, and I can't understand. We're not here to make their lives comfortable. They're in segregation for a reason.
Yeah,
If they played the game, I get making an average prisoner's life easy as long as they're trying to better it. If they're using the
yeah,
system like the system should be made, it, it has. I have no problem having a TV. I have no problem access to a library. I have no problem with access to educational programs and outside
yeah,
training. It's the troublemakers. You know the type. There's some people that are just never going to be redeemed. They're never going to fit
yeah,
society.
yeah. Institutionalized.
Even beyond that, they're just rotten people.
Yeah,
Them are
think
the
how many
people
get
that
away.
they need to be just a little bit uncomfortable. I mean, we stopped making them break rocks. Really? I don't know. I
Yeah,
think they're still doing Leavenworth though.
and they were complaining about they wasn't paying them a living wage and pressing license plates.
Yeah. You're lucky we're allowing you to eat.
Well, they used to have their own farms that they worked.
Yeah, our detention center, we got a jail just next town over, and they've got a farm. They've got a gift shop that they make their prison crafts. They've
Yeah,
got a self-sustaining garden and then a rescue barn. They take in rescue horses, cows, sheep, pigs.
but the one place down in Lexington they train the dogs.
Yeah, yeah, I've heard of that, and I'm all for that shit.
Yeah, well, nothing wrong with that
Yeah.
because they don't just give it to anybody that's walking around the yard.
Well, that's it. You got to earn it, and I think you should because again, you've got your scumbags, the ones that ain't got no, don't want to, and can't change.
Yeah,
But somebody that fucked up. All right, I got caught. I did my time. Let's make something while I'm here. You ain't doing nothing else. That's the guy I want to see succeed. But then, I
Yeah,
mean,
but
Jesus, now we've just opened a can of worms because now once you get out, you're still fucked because they don't play fair and they don't look and say, okay, the guy fucked up, he paid his due, clean slate. It's supposed to work that way.
yeah, that clean slate part never made it to the public.
No, it never follows an honest man. It pisses me off. There's so much that could be, but it could be fixed. It's a swipe of common sense. We could sit
Yeah.
down in the afternoon and rewrite the whole fucking prison system, and I'll tell you what, in 6 months' time, you'll see a difference.
Oh, yeah. Best thing to do is also have some input from people that were there.
Good idea. Like maybe put some people that were in combat in charge of making combat decisions and plans. And
Oh, now you're just going off the deep end.
I do believe the president should be commander in chief. I do believe, whether
Yeah,
he
well,
served or not.
yes, that's exactly what we were told.
Well, you've got to take the military out of the final decision because the military, if you're a good leader, if you're a good commander, your one goal is to kill, to advance, to take.
Yeah, you are a hammer and everything becomes a nail.
Exactly. So you're not thinking with the diplomacy that a civilian would.
What I would like to see is the change from Hegseth to get the mindset off the commanders that you're fighting the last war.
Yes.
You can't perfect it. It's done and over with.
It's the same thing with sports. Like when I know you don't do sports, but when Brady left the Patriots, everybody they expected the rest of the team to play like Brady was still there. No, like you said, that's gone. It's over. It was
Yep.
we took it to the top, and now we've got to work on this strategy.
Yep. But they tried to breed that out of us too.
Yep.
Yeah, competition.
It's quite
What
simple.
was
It's
it?
the five monkey theory. If you
I
if you take five monkeys and you put them in a cage, and you put a ladder with a banana at the top, and every time a monkey goes up to touch that banana, you spray the whole cage with ice cold water. Well, pretty soon the monkeys know not to touch that banana. So you take one monkey out and you put a new monkey in. And that new monkey doesn't know the rules yet. So he jumps up there and the other monkeys beat the shit out of him. Well, pretty
yeah,
soon he knows don't touch that banana. He don't know why, but don't touch that banana. Take out another old monkey, put a new monkey in. Same thing happens. He tries with a banana. And pretty soon you've taken out all the old monkeys that have got sprayed with water. And you've got all new monkeys that don't know why we can't touch that banana. Just don't. And that's what they're trying to do to us.
yeah.
You don't know why you're doing this. We're just telling you to do it. Watch Charlie Kirk. Watch the other guy there. Anytime they're arguing with them stupid people,
Yeah.
tell me you're not being led. Tell me you're not just spouting a head full of buzzwords.
Yeah, and you wind up with that girl that was complaining about the T-shirts at Target.
Oh,
If Floyd
yeah.
likes pink, what's wrong with it? But you are pushing the gay
Oh my
agenda.
God, that was awesome. But that's the mentality we're dealing with.
Yep.
When they allowed that lawsuit because that woman saw a picture of a guy's flag in the middle of the desert and she lived in New York or maybe New Jersey. She lived on the East Coast and she complained that maybe I might drive past that and be offended. And they allowed the lawsuit. I don't know whatever happened of it, but they allowed the lawsuit.
Yeah, was that the one that was the Veterans Memorial thing?
Yeah, something. It was something to
Yeah,
do with that,
okay. Yeah, well, that wound up getting thrown out.
but it was in the middle of nowhere.
Yep,
But
I
just to
remember
think
that.
some judge would allow that stupidity. I wouldn't grant you that lawsuit if you lived in that town.
Yeah, but that always comes back to this deal about there being a judges club where they all get together, figure out their little game plans, who they're going to screw this way, that way, changing our legal system into an administrative legal system.
Yep.
Oh, it reminds me, did you hear they think that Buford Pusser actually killed his wife
Oh, really?
back, yeah, that started off all the shit?
No shit.
Yeah, it's an inconsistencies in his
That
depositions.
wouldn't make the movies as good, though.
Yeah, but come on, Rock, just no, no.
Huh. Yeah, go figure.
This has got to be satire. This is from CNN. Trump DOJ is looking at ways to ban transgender Americans from owning guns, sources say.
Oh, Jesus, no.
It might be real, brother.
Oh, they're
You have a
pushing
whole
it.
bunch of shit. You see Whoopi out there, her enjoying telling everybody they need to get guns. Second
That's
Amendment,
it.
Second
Reverse
Amendment.
psychology. Yep.
I don't know who's more delusional, Pritzker up in Illinois or Gavin Newsom. They've
Yeah.
convinced they've convinced Gavin Newsom that if he runs in 28, he's just going to walk away with the whole kit caboodle, you know. And then you got Pritzker, very delusionally talking about how crime is way down and we really don't need the guard and just send us money.
And then the very next clip was all the people on the street saying, "What?"
Yeah. And hey, they're supposed to be loading them boys up from ice there at Great Lakes. It's about 300 miles away from Chicago.
Yeah. Did you see the clip for tonight's show?
No, I didn't.
It was saying that Chicago this year has had 1,550 shootings, roughly. And
No.
4 years ago, Maine went to no permit concealed carry, and we're now the safest state to live in. We're not the smartest state to live in, but the safest state.
Yeah, that's kind of what scares me. Even though you're up there, well, you got to be that way. You're surrounded by Canada.
I got Canada on the north, and I got Massachusetts to the south. I'm screwed. My only ally is New Hampshire, and they're so wishy washy and fickle, you don't know what they're doing this week or next. No, Vermont don't count. They're over there. They're too uppity. Let them do their
It's
fucking
just
maple
upside
syrup.
down version of New Hampshire, isn't it?
Pretty much. Actually, Vermont is the uppity version of Maine.
Oh, kind of like North Oklahoma City.
Yeah, everything they're famous for, we do better. We just do it and jeans and flannel. Real jeans and real flannel,
Yeah.
not hipster.
That's
Speaking of hipster, what's up with these fucking Jeeps? All right, the ducks are gotta go.
well,
Every fucking Jeep I see now have ducks and knickknacks hanging all over the dash.
yeah.
They took the most manly vehicle that rolled the earth since World War II, and oh my God, close your ears, Eric. They made it the most baggy thing in the world.
This is true.
And I say that with love.
And they think it's a cool deal. You sneak up and leave it on their tire.
Yeah, it's a thing now. It really is. Oh, but
No.
yeah, I see it everywhere I go now. I can't not see it.
Yeah. It's worse than noticing every vehicle on the road is your vehicle too.
Yeah, well, you get a new vehicle and you notice just how many of them are on the road. Oh, that was cool then, if that's true, Brett.
What's that?
Uh, Brett was saying that the Somalia, Minnesota mayor was caught for cheating.
Because I don't know what's going on with that dude out in New York. They got him some kind of plan cooking. It was liberal high fines was supposed to have got a hold of some jailhouse papers on Ilhan Omar.
Oh,
And I like this, the way they're doing it, that they're getting these people wrapped up. They're not going after the political angle, other than those that's all they've got. But
yeah.
they're getting them tax evasion, mortgage fraud, jaywalking. But there was four that went ahead and copped a plea and getting 550, $550 through the COVID thing. I don't know if it was the PPP or what. Not ignoring, I'm trying to find something.
Oh,
Man, it was the greatest idea I had. Oh, I saw up there they brought out old Beetlejuice up there in Illinois.
oh, Jesus! I thought we just buried her somewhere and forgot.
No, I went in for reprogramming, I guess. Now, why is Canada going after the ostriches? What's up with that?
I don't know. It's the first I'm hearing of it.
Oh,
Is it the
Canada,
ostrich or the ostrich meat, the import or export?
that I wouldn't know.
Because I know they were awful particular about sausage too for a while there.
Well, maybe it was Bird flu.
I don't know.
Shouldn't that be big bird flu?
It would be. You would think the little birds wouldn't get it. It'd be too big for the little birds.
Yeah, have to have some friends.
Uh, and then I heard Kennedy wants to get rid of pharmaceutical commercials.
Yeah, I think that would be a great idea.
It worked for liquor,
You know,
cigarettes.
cigarettes. Yep.
Because for the longest time, we couldn't have liquor commercials.
You know, that one I don't know about. Liquor's kind of start a heavy grew to giant prominence because of America.
Yeah.
Well, hell, George Washington was the largest distiller in the world
Yeah.
at the time. So,
But he did have kind of a corner on the market because there weren't very many people here to begin with that could operate
yeah,
on that level.
but you can't forget, man, the Whiskey Rebellion. That was in Pennsylvania, wasn't it?
Yes. Happers, no. And I'm thinking, never mind, that was slaves, never mind. Where was it? It's on the tip of my tongue. Not really, but.
Well, I wonder why you're sticking your tongue out at me.
Mm,
No, couldn't read it. Well, that just scorches my grits.
that's not good.
Yeah, cheese grits.
That's even worse. Don't scorch cheese grits.
Uh-uh.
I haven't had real grits, and oh my god.
Don't like the old lady's falling down on the job, brother.
Well, it's not something that she likes, so I don't eat it a lot. But if I see it on the
Oh,
menu, I'll see how they make it, and if they make it good, I'll order it when I go in. But I think the last time I had grits was at IHOP, and oh no, they do not make grits. They make a corn mush that.
yes, I was going to ask if it was liquefied. Grits supposed to be thick, my friend.
Yeah, thick, and yes, and there's no
Yeah.
commitment. You can go sweet or savory, because I've had it both. I've had it with a little bit of brown sugar,
No,
and I don't mind it with chip beef gravy on it, and a
it's
lot of
poor
butter.
man's malto meal, dude.
Exactly. Yeah, no, I used to have a big old slap of grits on my plate every morning for breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I ate in the Sergeant Elvis mess hall, so
Oh, wow.
we were known for our mess. And so, I mean, when you ordered food at our mess
Oh.
hall, you got pretty decent chow. It wasn't like you see in the movies.
Mm.
What was the other one we used to eat? Not oatmeal, the other one.
Cream of wheat,
Huh?
cream of wheat.
Yeah, cream of wheat.
But
That's
yeah,
somewhere else too. I'd like to see KP Duty come back.
I never
Yeah,
pulled.
they're all with the latest revelation in healthy food. Yeah, hey, we did it successfully for a long time until Bill Clinton became president.
Yeah,
But hey, remember, he was this genius. Let's take the guns away from people on a military base.
yes. Well, I guarded. I literally, my hand to God, may he strike me dead. I guarded an ammo pad, an ammo dump. Really, it's just a big cement pad, and that's where they kept all the rounds for the tanks, for the mortars, and this is where you come and got it to go to the range. We
Huh.
guarded that with no ammo for the guns we were carrying on an unsecured base. Anybody could. I mean, we're talking Hohenfeld, Germany. It's one of the largest training areas in the world. Never mind just Germany, and there's no way to fence the whole thing off.
Was you able to carry around a good pen
Yeah,
so you could write it down? You could leave finely worded messages.
we had a radio.
No way.
Yeah, but I did have an emergency magazine for my 45. It was never to be opened, and the major checked it periodically to make sure the tape was still on it. But I was allowed to carry that because we had to carry our weapons everywhere we went. We just didn't have bullets.
Yeah. No bullets.
But today we had to get M16s. Oh my God! Because we carried 45s right up until we got the M1 tanks, and then they
Yeah.
made us draw M16s. And wasn't the major pissed? And our Jeep didn't have the M16 rack. So all we could do was throw them on our gear in the back of the Jeep and hope they, didn't hit the radio.
Yeah.
A pig jumps out on the tank trail. I slam on the brakes. The major had just taken his helmet off to wipe the sweat off his head, and that rifle smacked him in the back of the head. Oh my God, was he pissed! I had my 45 back the next day.
No way to do it. Didn't even take one shot.
If I'd have thought that's what it would have worked, I'd have done it long before that. Because this was a couple hours into the day. I would have done it first thing.
Yep. Timing's everything,
Time
brother.
is everything. But it did hurt me in the long run because every time a senator would come or any dignitary, we'd have to put on a parade. And when you do parades, you have to carry an M16. So drilling with an M16 was foreign to us. Yeah, but it was a good weapon. I just didn't like it. I like the AK-47. Sorry.
So the Department of Defense is going to officially be changed to the Department of War.
Oh, really?
Yep. The executive order has been signed, and I'm sure Pete Hegseth is standing there smiling, looking all pretty.
Yep. Speaking of war, did you see the upset there over in France? Somebody leaked the documents that they've alerted the hospitals and doctors that to expect war within the next year.
Yeah, I've heard about that,
Yeah.
but it's the French.
But you wake up every morning and that somebody's screaming it on some channel.
Shit, we got the same kind of crazy shit over here.
Yep. Wow. Spacing off here for a second.
Don't do that.
I'm gonna.
Don't lose me, brother.
Yeah, no, I was kind of tickled with that DeSantis. I mean, I personally, I think some vaccinations are worth it. Polio, yeah. Measles, mumps, rubella, it's proven, it's tried, it's true, it's been around.
Oh, that's still questionable now too.
Well, I don't know. I had them. I had
Well,
more than my
hey,
share.
I'm lucky for the era I grew up at. Yeah, 4 shots. That was it.
I don't know how many we had.
But
I had them
yeah,
all
I
through
mean,
school. I mean, we were always getting shots in school. And then when I joined the army, we got shots. And then when I had to go
well,
overseas, we got shots.
yeah.
Lots of them.
And when you come home, you got shot.
And when we come home, we got shots. So
So
I
see,
mean,
now I understand why you didn't get a tattoo.
yeah,
You've had a lot of needles in you.
I got one.
Oh.
Big one.
I want to get another one, but Jesus, I'm almost 60. I can't justify getting a tattoo now.
Hey man, I saw an old man go and get his first tattoo at 80. Of
Yeah, I see that on that
course, it was just a little stick man pushing the lawnmower right up here on his balls.
TV.
Oh, yeah, well,
Hey, and he didn't even grimace.
I've always wanted like an old signboard like you'd see on the side of a pond that says no fishing,
Yeah.
but having it say out of water, use other side. Either that or splurge and get the hyper realistic and have it look like everything's ripped off.
No.
Oh, make it look like the alien's head all the way down to the
Oh,
stump
that would
there,
work.
and paint it bloody.
And it's almost got that shape.
Yeah, see? This man have its mouth being red.
Oh, hey, I know what I'll do. I'll get a TikTok going and I'll have a fundraiser. What should I tattoo on the stump? Why not make money at it?
Ooh, yeah, but you go, what's it? There's some downside to that, you know.
Yeah, but I don't care because I don't hang it out very often.
Yeah, so you just come up with some Chinese characters and put on your arm and have no idea what it
No,
says.
no, foreign words. No, I'm not that stupid. Yeah, and I'm not that shallow that I need strength and Chinese on my back. Nah, no, no.
Yeah, I always saw you more of an Ötzi type, you know, with the little tattoo marks up and down your back
Yeah.
and your joints.
No, I always wanted to finish this one. This one was supposed to be because this tattoo was my daughter's 18th birthday. She wanted a tattoo so bad when she turned 18, but she weren't going to do it alone. So we picked out birthday tattoos. And then I always thought that I was going to finish this one with Kelly's astrological sign on the left, and then Rachel's on the right. Then under it, my mother and father. And then under that, my brothers and sister, their astrological signs. And then behind my father and sister, have a black ribbon. And have room enough to put black ribbons as my family kicks off. Kind of like a punch card.
Yeah,
But you know how plans go. They get put on the burner, and 20 years later, you're going, I never did that.
yeah.
But yeah, yeah.
Another thing about that tattoo, though, brother, it takes more to explain what it is than all the actual work you'd go into it to have it on you.
Yeah, yeah. I wanted so bad to find somebody that would tattoo me with my dad's ashes, but I couldn't find anybody that would do it.
It's
For good reason. I get why they won't,
yeah.
but I've seen it done. I think that would be cool. Get a tattoo of my dad's ashes, a tattoo of my sister's ashes.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, I don't see why there would be any major health problems to worry about.
Well, everybody I talk to that holds a license, it's just liability. They said, dude, I'd love to, but it just ain't worth my license.
Yeah.
And now I'm talking about the people I call are, they've got a reputation. I haven't called the little mom and pop guy on the side of the road kind of deal.
Also, you've given up the idea of going door to door to find out who's been in prison or who's the meth
If
cook.
I knew somebody that was in prison, I would trust them because you don't kill your people in prison and stay in business long. So
Yeah.
I'm imagining. I mean, if you had a tattoo artist on the block and he started killing people,
No, dude, the ink, the way we made ink, styrofoam cups.
yeah, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So ashes wouldn't be that big of a deal, but I get why a
Hmm.
pro with a reputation to uphold would
Yeah,
say it ain't worth my
that's just a
license.
hygiene thing.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
hygiene thing.
yeah.
I get it.
I do too. I didn't hold it against him. I didn't swear to shut him down or sue him for discrimination. Maybe I should have.
But you wasn't wearing your skirt that day.
Oh, had my heels on.
Yeah, but I've seen you walk around with just the banana hammock and the heels, dude. And the fishnets.
You said you
That's it.
liked it.
Well, yeah, but I was tripping my ass off. Saw all sorts of things that day.
Oh, if you saw me in a banana hammock, that's an understatement. You saw more than a few things that
But the colors.
day. Yeah, you probably saw some weird colors too. Oh shit.
Well, they ain't really doing nothing interesting. There ain't no, oh, here's a jackass. You want to hear something really stupid? Well, I mean, nothing out of the ordinary. It's Senator Chris Van Hollen. You ready?
Ready?
Good.
The notion that rights don't come from laws and don't come from the government, but come from the creator, that's what the Iranian government believes. It's a theocratic regime that bases its rule on Shia law and targets Sunnis, Baha'is, Jews, Christians, and other religious minorities. And they do it because they believe that they understand what natural rights are from their creator. So the statement that our rights do not come from our laws or our governments is extremely troubling. The note.
Do you want to start? Where do you start?
All right. We need laws for a civilized society. I get that. No, you cannot drive 90 miles an hour down Main Street. No, you cannot fuck little kids. I get that. But what they're not seeing is there's no way to end. There's no stopping point. If I give you control over the speed of my car, what's next?
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense that I give control over what you burn in your front yard.
Yeah. Yeah, he jumped way out ahead, farther than I was expecting at that time. No, he forgets this little piece of paper called the Declaration of Independence.
Oh, you mean what they call
It's,
toilet paper?
yeah, yeah, the one that guarantees us our rights from our creator shall not be infringed.
But see, this is what they're doing, though. They're trying to desensitize you from that. They don't want you to see that.
Yep. But people aren't taught history anymore.
No,
They're
on
given
purpose.
yeah. You know, that strange little saying about are doomed to repeat it.
Yeah. But I can remember having to learn stuff in school, especially civics class,
Oh
history
yeah.
class. Why do I need to know this? And you do need to know it.
Well,
You
at
do
least
need to know where you came from, so you don't go back there.
yes. Yeah. We were all supposed to be struggling together to make it a more perfect union.
But then on the other hand, if something did work, don't abandon it. Stop trying to
Well,
improve. You can't improve a safety pin. Stop.
yeah.
You know what I
Or
mean? You can't improve a screw. Stop.
you can put a different wig on a screw.
Well, I guess maybe. But that would be useless.
Yes, but look what they did. From 1850 to 1913, we were the most prosperous country in the world. And we were still barely a young nation, not even 75 years a nation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tar- Tariffs paid for everything up until 1913. Then we got the Jekyll, the monster from Jekyll Island, the Federal Reserve. And what else happened in 1913? The very beginning rumblings of World War One.
Yep.
Oh, who was it that said it? The war's a racket.
Yep. It's a money machine.
And they were realigning the way the world was because Germany was still feeling economic pressure from the wars from the Austro-Hungary wars went on for I don't know how long. That's ancient European history. Before Napoleon and everything, cool. But yeah, Germans always felt like they got the short end of the stick. Well, one thing is they forget that they lost those wars.
Yep. Yeah, all the major conflicts they've started.
Yeah,
You think it'd have stopped picking fights.
yeah, because basically that's how he got the people up in behind him. Hitler got the people up behind him because all these other countries had done wrong and they were still oppressing us by charging us for reparations for the wars.
They were even using that word then.
Yeah. Well, I think that was mine full thought.
All I
Oh,
can
you did
say
hear?
is America. We're back-to-back World War champs.
That's right. Now we don't talk about police actions.
Didn't say police action. We're back-to-back World War.
Like that Department of War.
Damn. Sounds
No, it was
meaner, I guess.
originally no, that's what it was originally called.
Yeah, but you know he's getting a hard on because now he's Department of War.
He's just trying to make more libs' heads explode. Well, now they want to teach your children that in kindergarten in Washington State, they can identify their gender and name at least 3 gender identities.
Nope.
That's what they're wanting to do.
Nope.
It's sex ed for kindergarten. What in who in what on what planet, what dimension?
We couldn't have a sex ed class until sixth grade, junior high school. And then that was by parents' permission only and parents' conference.
Yeah, see, we didn't get that. In the 6th grade, it was the one about hygiene.
Health and hygiene, that's what we called it. But They
Yeah, but
had
this
the
was
Health and
just
Hygiene Plus, which was sex ed too.
yeah. Well, that hadn't even kicked in when I was going to junior high.
Well, there is a couple years twixt us, so.
Uh, I was junior high in 73, 74.
Yeah, no, I was in junior high in the 78, 79.
Yeah. Well, we still had the remnants of the hippie generation, so
Oh, yeah, I mean, we had free love and all that. I learned a lot from the hippies at the bottom of the hill by the river, but.
shit, I imagine there's a bunch of them running around your woods at one time.
Well, we had this where my buddy lived up in Buxton. At the bottom of his hill was this little old time one room library, old hand built wooden library, and right across from that was the Saco River, and it was a nice little grassy area. Now they paved it a parking lot, of course, but it used to be a nice little grassy area. You could spread blankets out, and there was one little like a boathouse, and the hippies took that over.
What?
And I remember that as a kid. I'd always go over to his house, and there's always a bunch of them long-haired, smelly hippies hanging around outside. Yeah, you'd get tit shows, you'd get bush shows there in the river. Oh yeah, I learned a lot from the hippies. I didn't learn about STDs though.
Now that you have to wait until you're in the military. They had the really great, good films.
We weren't allowed to leave post on the weekend without a rubber in your wallet or pocket. Married or not, it didn't matter if you were going home or going to Frankfurt.
Hey, rules are rules.
Yep.
You know, hell, when my brother was in, he got busted for getting a tattoo.
Yeah, you couldn't get a tattoo without permission. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it was damaging government property.
Yeah, yeah, but you could get permission for one.
But he was a Marine anyway, so
Fuck the Marines, they wouldn't take me. See, I got screwed being a Cold War vet because they were so selective. Like I said, I wanted the Marines. That was my first choice, but the Marines wouldn't take me because I was colorblind. Well, we don't need you. And I just didn't want infantry. It's boring. I wanted to do something. Actually, I wanted graves registration. I wanted to be the guy to go in and bring home the bodies. And no, you're colorblind. You can't. I don't know what that had to do with anything, but anyway. So the Army says, well, I had good ASVAB scores. So the Army looked at me and said, man, I'll put you in a tank. Now I'm 18 years old. I love guys. A tank? Okay. So I signed the
Big
papers
boom.
and I joined the Army.
because yeah, man, the only thing between you and me would have been Grenada.
Yeah, in fact, they were squawking on Fort Knox during Grenada that they may call up some of because they didn't know how big it was going to be at that point.
Couldn't have been that big. It's a tiny island.
But yeah, I can remember the buzz at Fort Knox because we were
Yes.
right at graduation.
I remember what it was for. Medical students.
Yeah, the medical students that were held hostage in the college there.
At least Margaret Thatcher got to send the boats down there to the Falklands.
But then I've seen the documentaries and the pictures of Grenada. You really want your doctor studying there?
Yeah.
I mean, I really have no use for Harvard, but nah,
Yeah.
I would trust that education.
Well, look what we got here now. Is what I was getting ready to get at. They're telling the nurses if they think that newborn child's parents are too right wing or anti-vaxxers or something like that, they can go ahead and give them their shots without the parents' permission.
No, I don't agree with that.
No, but that's in their medical books. And well, hell, you saw that new Hippocratic oath they were doing. It was all woke and shit.
I don't agree with that either.
No, I don't want you looking inside me if you're going to think like that.
Yeah, no, exactly. Because obviously nothing means anything to you. Nothing that means anything to me means anything to you. I go on a set of guidelines that you should know. You're on the same page I am. That's why we have laws. It's not your feelings, it's laws. It's not your feelings, it's the way things go. It's not your feelings, it's tradition. Get over your feelings. There are certain things I expect you to do because that's what you do. And if you're going to
Yeah.
break tradition, if you're going to break out of that norm because you got some stupid notion, no, I don't want nothing to do with you.
Oh, now we got that rant out of the way. Any other words of wisdom from you tonight?
Always see the candy before you get in the van.
Wow, that's deep.
Yeah, made that
Well,
mistake once.
everybody stay groovy.
Oh
Enjoyed the
wow, it is
evening.
that time, ain't it?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
my bladder says it's time.
Old man time, go pee. All right,
Yep.
God bless. Say a prayer for America and join us over with the cool kids in Chuck's room. Uh, Stay cool, guys.
Stay classy.